Some chances for big Sunday bounce backs. After these two top 15 teams lost on Friday, Duke went down to the wire with Princeton. Penn, an uncharacteristic performance on crisp Sunday afternoon as the calendar turns to March. Of course, you can always count on some good pregame tailgates for lacrosse. The Penn fans out in droves to see their Quakers this weekend in the Triangle. Early ground ball team that on Friday scored the first goal against Carolina. But then the Heels ripped off 6 straight. Skane on the run. Big stop early from Patrick Jamieson. Switched out with Ryan McLaughlin, LSM. Duke rotates it around to Max Sloat. Junior's got a shorty matchup. McAdory, time and room. Bolivar around the bend. And Carroll stops it between the legs. Too big. Providence transfer Chris Cusalito. Left to right up top with 15 to shoot. Curtius, a lot of space. Bouncer over the top. Time is ticking for Duke here.
9 seconds live from range. We'll see that here today.
Casey Mulligan. Back to Rubin, senior from Massachusetts. Mulligan doesn't have a goal yet this year, but a handful of assists. He had 2 Friday. 10 for Penn. Rubin's a lefty. Back to the strong hand to sting the quarter. The whirlybird from Cam Rubin. Penn 1-0.
Rubin loves to work outside. Rubin gets a lot of damage in up top from the outside. Rolls back to his strong hand. Uses the earth and gets one to go.
Isolation situation out on Jake Wilson. Kale Ryan slings it wide. That's a name we didn't hear much on Friday. Both these coaches going to depth early on. Keep some fresh legs for the fourth quarter.
And I think that's what you're going to see with a Friday-Sunday matchup. Seeing if you guys can get some depth in with each team.
Cole Kraus extending out. Nate Lucchese, the true freshman, bounces it in. The juice on the Penn sideline evident as Lucchese gets it.
You can see it here, starts from the back, works up top. They're getting in through the midfield, rolls back to his right hand. His defender falls, take it to go.
Turnovers were a big problem in the early going for Duke Friday. Hasn't been today. Pappendick's denied. Carroll gets low for the kick save.
And they give it to Penn.
Lavelle on the chase.
Skane's gassed.
Duke pushing it from end to end. Aiden Blake to Pappendick. Early jump shot from Eric Molliver might have been Duke's best look. This is McGuire, the shorty. He'll hustle off. Here's Ben Johnston. He was nuts on Friday. 5 goals, a career high, and Pappendick gets Duke on the board. First started attack for Jack.
Guys in out of the box, and Pappendick with a beautiful step down shot.
5th of the year for Pappendick. 2-1 Penn early. Mind.
Big time hit.
Throwing shoulders all over the place. Stevie Davis, former running back, gets laid out. Charlie Johnson leaves him on the ground. Flag behind the play. Davis still down.
The Penn coaching staff thought that was on Duke.
Duke has numbers. First big check from Ryan Sullivan, and then a shoulder straight to the chest. Johnson, a former high school defensive back, almost 110.
12 in blue, I'm looking at him. Cam Rubin loves to sling it from the outside. 2 extra man up goals for him this season.
Lucchese has 1 already. Rubin, let it rip, just a little high. Sophomore from Bronxville, New York.
They're going to say they went off Duke because that was a pass that got deflected.
Provost 5 to shoot. Rare of a one-timer. Duke has started to figure out Penn's attack.
Chups.
This is Casey Mulligan, senior from Manasquan, right near the Jersey Shore. Pass went wayward. Pressure there from Menendez. They go down low instead. Papendick's got a defender hung up.
See if he can find feeders.
Johnson arrives late. He really wants it. Papendick has it swatted away before the buzzer sounds. A strong start for Penn.
Midfield and attack.
Had the short stick matchup, but then Penn got Lavelle sliding adjacent. They'll take that all day. Sloat bodied up by McMullen. Johnston back to his favorite left hand. Carroll stands tall once more. First in Michigan. Off to Lucchese. Aiden McGuire trying to jam it in there. Hoffman on the freshman Warrington. Jamison dropping low. Protects the near post. Both.
That's really going to benefit from the midfielders that dodge so hard. And they just always have their heads up.
Oliver's a great feeder. In front, BTB. Luke Graham ties us at 2. His 11th of the year. Penn leaves it on the ground, and here comes Papendick. Right to the cage. Carroll snuffs it out.
That's a big-time save. One-on-one right on the doorstep.
Soccer star in high school before his freshman year at Hobart. Also high academics, easy for him to transfer into the Ivy with a 3-7. Mulligan stings the cage. That's what Penn's been looking for. Great ball movement. Provost, 5 goals on the season. Hoffman, couple shakes away from Christmas. Hoffman hands free. Jump shot flies over the top. Oliver has it knocked away. Great hands from Tyler Keel. Oliver drops it once more.
Wow.
Have to wait for that flag.
Right, there was a soak by Penn. I thought that Duke was going to skip passing and get one to go.
Graham Blake, the Harvard transfer, feeds Sloat. Trying to get to the strong hand. Sloat lets it rip, slings it wide. Right, Provost has to get there and can't. Oh, some Blue Devil got a piece. You said Duke's been really looking for those deflections, trying to knock down a couple passes.
Yeah, it's those active sticks right in the inside. I think Penn's looking to start their offense. It almost seems like down low, and they're trying to get guys up top, but these active sticks have just been so well.
5 to shoot. Provost shut off. Skane skips it in. Not much of an angle, barely any goal to look at, but Griffith.
Skane gets this ball and shoots it between his legs. I'm sorry, not even that he used him as a shield. He shot it between his legs and gets it to go. Big time shot. Who it is, but Oliver always seems to be that last one that comes up field, up the hashes, and he shoots like a jump shot and tries to get it. He's that third person that catches that ball.
McAdory around the bend. He scored in that exact fashion against Michigan, the overtime game winner. Oliver with the lefty jumper. He can do it with both hands.
And that's the exact same thing that I was talking about, but he tried that on the right side. He gets it on the right. He's such a threat. Right-handed, left-hand. You have to respect both hands. He just comes up field. This is a low-angle shot. Lefty, and he gets one to go. Big board for Duke's attack.
Penn gets a long stick onto Molliver. Cusolito against the freshman Paul Van Bostelar. Knocks him over, push in the back coming. Johnson and Slow to the lefty snipers. McAdory can make magic from anywhere. He's still looking for his first point today. Skip pass, McAdory. Johnson thought about it. But McAdory lets it rip. '98th career goal for the St. Anthony's product. We're knotted up at 4.
Right, they're just skipping the ball. They're spinning the ball, and it's a 2-on-1. I mean, that's how you run a successful man up. You get guys to go, and it's just a draw and dump. Academic schools, 2 of these teams, some of the best academics in the country.
That's always a portion of it for these high-achieving programs. John Danowski says he recruits a lot of type A guys who are used to being perfect, always having success. Leo Hoffman, held scoreless on Friday, is on the board. Penn is back in the lead.
Initial dodge from the sideline. Right, you get that slide going upfield. Leo Hoffman just sits right in that pocket. You see it right here, right on that step down shot. Skip passes, expands the defense, right? Then you're rotating a lot, and you want to try to find the guy right in the middle, especially if he's really dynamic, like Blake.
3 on the man up. Still have a little time for Penn's defense to get settled. Skane hustling back. Johnston skips it in. Off the earth into the cage. Ben Johnston with his first of the afternoon.
What Duke does, right? Penn's trying to match up here coming in. Ben Johnston with a step down shot. Like you said, uses the earth and bounces it in the top left.
McAdory up top. Got the shorty matchup. Sloat back to the strong left. Errant pass. Great stick work. Matthew Till again causing problems. Half saves has kept the Duke offense down. Patterson. Miscommunication. Smith was wrapping around, was not ready for that pass.
And they've tried it a couple times, right? They float upfield.
Oliver and Lavelle, they've been matched up all afternoon. Curtius, the true freshman. On the shot, never had an angle. Cusalito on Canet. 2 wiry vets, 20 to shoot for Duke. Johnston, right corner, right place, right time.
Ben Johnston. Rated ZX. And Lavelle's been playing really, really good defense. And then Johnston's kind of lost. And not necessarily was that Lavelle's guy, but he was the one that got out there. Johnston timing summer. And I think it's cool, right? That the sport is just so close that you can work out with somebody during the summer and then you go up against them in the spring.
The face-off tally, it's Penn 8, Duke 5. The Blue Devils ahead on the score sheet. Tack on another one. Max Sloat, lefty ripper.
Max Sloat and people and just get head down dodges going north to south. That's exactly what Sloat does, right? Catches that ball and approaches his defender. He didn't approach his defender too late, high and wide, runs on the left alley, split.
Earlier this season, against St. Joe's, he was the first Duke long pole to score 2 since Chris Costabile back in the 2010 NCAA quarterfinal. CJ Costabile would go on to win the national championship for Duke with that goal in OT against Notre Dame. Curtius on the board with the bouncer. First goal in 3 games for the freshman out of Shoreham, Wading River.
These bounce shots are going, right? Getting the slide. If you don't go, shoot it. Right? These high bouncers using the carpet. Yeah, you got to get a save here or a defensive stop. These Duke midfielders have been playing well right here in the second half, and they've been playing well all game, but I think that these bouncers have been getting past Carroll. Make a save here, right? Get right back into the game.
Sloat's got a second half score, and he feeds Molliver for another. Second for the Maryland transfer, Eric Molliver. Half. Blue Devil offense is red hot.
out of Woodward Academy, Georgia. Such a good attackman for Duke.
Still up there, starting his first game in attack. 8 and white. McAdory with a couple moves. Carroll stops this low attack. There's that save. Penn was looking. 2 second-half shots for Penn. 8 shots on goal in the game. Provost to Leo Hoffman. Feet in front. Lucchese denied. James on 5. Graham Blake in there up top. Knows plenty of these Penn players well. Former Harvard Crimson attacker. Bolivar feeds the middle, and Graham tucks it home. Grad student connection makes it 10-5 Duke.
For Graham in the middle, does so much of his damage down there on the crease. When you have an active attackman that plays in the middle on a man up and can play right and
Brendan Lavelle, one of the top cover guys in the country. Kershus evading McMullen. Pappendick off the jab. Got a really good look. The slide came late.
That was a beautiful what you do.
Stays on the left end. 13 to shoot for Duke.
And I love when teams do this, right? Condense the field, make it 5-on-5.
Cusolito rings the pipe. Step down ripper. Patrick Jamison. He has not been tested much.
Yeah, not been tested, but when tested, he's played well.
Rubin a pass to nobody. Jamison a heave as the clock ticks this time. Lavelle quickly switches off. Max Sloat scored in the third. With the weak side. Hops it over Carroll, out of play. And a great chase from Till gives it back to
Leo Hoffman's got a goal. I mean, and down there at attack, I mean, Duke's defenders have just been playing really, really well. So not only, yes, you could say the Penn offense is stale, but it's a Duke defense that's played better.
Lucchese hops it right into the stick of Jamison. This Penn offense also played the entire 4 quarters against Carolina. Not much rest. Christmas in transition. His 6th pool goal of 2025.
You love, gets the ground ball, goes out into transition. Respect the shooter, and they do. But a beautiful job by Matt Christmas here.
The bullet train from Bethesda pings a corner.
Spin the ball around, use some of the shot clock, and get a high percentage shot.
Blake around the edge. Graham a good look. Carroll made the initial stop. Grabs the ground. 12 earlier today at Dorrance Field. 10 goals second half for the Tigers.
That was a great pick inside by Luke Graham, trying to free up his teammate. Pass goes wide.
Johnston can't hop it home. Ethan Costanzo left the Georgetown game, Penn's opener, with a knee injury. Last year, Penn had 3 different Fogos, but none of them won over 50%. Cusolito scores on the hop, but a flag before the shot. Wave it off. Two minutes left. Smith can't break past the Duke defense. Late hit comes. Philly 0-2.
Yeah, and for this group, for Penn, you know, coming out 0-2 on the ACC Ivy League Challenge, there's a lot of positives to take away from this. Right, regroup with your guys. Offensive schemes, they just got to do a little bit better on offense.
But the Duke offense found its form in the second half. 7 goals after the halftime break, and an 11-6 win for John Danowski and Duke.
Yeah, this was a great win for Duke, right? Dropping obviously to Princeton late in that game, and then bouncing back and having a big-time win against a top 15 team in Penn. 1-1, take that with you throughout your season.
Put it on the resume for Duke, now 5-1 in the year. Oliver Graham.